stories or dramas of friendship, family, or life in general. No, the top box office draws are films that center on extraordinary characters doing remarkable feats, with a good number of them possessing beyond human abilities or powers. Why? Because extraordinary is how we were created to live. It was God's plan from the beginning. Christianity's image. Unfortunately, God's plan and man's execution of the plan are often not the same. One of the main reasons I avoided Christianity for years was its portrayal. I, like so many others, saw men of God as Bible-thumping critics who were quick to judge the flaws of others, or they were passive, backward, and ignorant. The idea that Christians were pioneers who lived and thought outside the box, behaving in extraordinary ways, never crossed my mind. And the idea of Christian women? Well, it was even worse. I perceived that they had no say in important matters, dressed unfashionably, and neglected their appearance. It was frowned upon for a godly woman to venture beyond her domestic duties, and certainly unheard of for her to lead in any way. As a young man, I didn't want my wife forbidden to think and restricted from joining me in life's ventures. I didn't want a woman who was suppressed. I wanted one full of life. I viewed Christianity as lifeless. Becoming a believer would mean losing my individuality and foregoing creativity, excellence, passion, and the ability to succeed in the marketplace, sports, politics, education, and other arenas of life. I didn't know it then, but my views were opposite of how God created us to live, because He is the one who breathed into us the desire for the extraordinary. Listen to God Himself. God spoke, "Let us make human beings in our image, make them reflecting our nature, so that they can be responsible for the fish of the sea, the birds of the air, the cattle, and yes, earth itself, and every animal that moves on the face of the earth." God created human beings. He created them godlike, reflecting God's nature. He created them male and female. God blessed them. Prosper, reproduce, fill the earth, take charge. That's from Genesis 1:26 through 28 in the Message Bible. We were made to reflect God's nature. He spoke both to men and women, saying, prosper, reproduce, fill the earth, take charge. Adam, the first man, named every species of animal on the earth. I'm sure his wife would have been involved, but she hadn't been created yet. God brought the animals to Adam and gave him the responsibility of naming them. There are over 1 million species of animals on the earth. Not only did Adam have the creativity to name them all, but he also had the capacity to remember each one. That's an extraordinary man doing a remarkable feat. You may ask, but since Adam fell, weren't those abilities lost due to his disobedience? No, Jesus flipped the mess Adam created for humankind. Paul wrote, "Here it is in a nutshell. Just as one person did it wrong and got us all in trouble with sin and death, another person did it right and got us out of it. But more than just getting us out of trouble, He got us into life." That's Romans chapter 5, verse 18 of the Message Bible. The word life doesn't merely describe the way we'll live in heaven. It also means the here and now. Jesus not only recovered what Adam lost, but He also provided so much more, the potential of an extraordinary life. The truth is, God not only desires you to live extraordinarily, but also has equipped you to do so. Don't ever forget these words. Etch them in the tablet of your heart. A remarkable, amazing, extraordinary life is not restricted to certain individuals or professions. It doesn't matter who you are or how you serve in life. If you're a school teacher, a business person, government leader, stay-at-home mom, athlete, factory worker, hairstylist, student, pastor, and the list is endless. It doesn't matter, because you were created for the extraordinary achievements in that role. The power to accomplish remarkable feats and live an exceptional life is not tied to an occupation, but to a disposition of the heart. This is not only God's will, but also His great pleasure. Hollywood, religious people, and our culture had painted for me a warped and limited image of God's people. Why did I have this distortion? God, you and I have a common enemy named Satan, who is called the ruler of this world, the prince of the power of the air, and the god of this world. He controls the world systems and influences the minds of those who do not belong to God. He has billions of fallen angels and demons.